So, Mike, a rural resourcing church is a church in the countryside, obviously, but it's got a wider remit than your average parish church. And it's about resourcing the whole area to help bring new Christians to faith, and particularly amongst those segments of our population that are less represented, which is mainly the younger end. So that's what a rural resourcing church is. And I was thinking about this, how this is part of our current strategy, and there are sort of a couple of values behind it that I think are really important. In some ways, they're really obvious ones, but I think they're sort of really important for us to remember. And one of those was something that you said to me when I was thinking about coming to Suffolk, and which really impressed me. Can you remember what it is?
God is with us, I think,
It
which
was.
is the very first 4 words of our diocesan strategy. In other words, God is here, alive and active in our lives, but a lot of the time we don't even notice, never mind name that presence or nurture relationship with the one who's already active and present in our lives. So there's something here in rural resourcing churches, as with our existing churches, about developing awareness of that relationship and engaging with it, which is just about the greatest opportunity we have as human beings. So that's one of the values. What's the other value?
Well, the other value for me is that we really just want people to know the love of Jesus. And in this case, I really want people living in the countryside to be able to discover the love of Jesus there where they live. That's value number 2.
Great. So if I wanted to know more about Rural Resourcing Church, what would I do?
You would contact me in the if you live in Suffolk, and just drop me a line at sally.gaze@cofesuffolk.org. But before we switch off, I want to ask you one more question that we nearly forgot. Because I'm aware that some people in our existing churches may find the idea of having an additional church a little bit worrying. After all, we've already got loads of churches in the countryside. Why would we need any more? What would you say to them?
Well, what I'd say is there are examples of the kind of thing we're talking about, be it Threshold in Lincolnshire or Fountain of Life in Norfolk, which are ways of being church that, as I said earlier, reach the parts that existing church don't reach. And the aspiration is for complementary ways of being church, traditional and new, such that all segments of our population get an opportunity to engage with God and Jesus Christ. And look at the Rural Resourcing Church as that which is complementary, but which hopefully can up the temperature for everybody in terms of engagement with this God.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you.